Testing, shalom. Testing, shalom. Okay, Most High Christ. I'm good. The water. Okay, we're going to get started in a second, Israel. Give me a second. Hey, back. Do me a favor, Baba Kasha. Real quick. Can you grab my notes off that table? My sword and apocrypha too. What? Gonna let a couple people get in here. We're gonna get started. Shalom, Israel. Yah Bashim Hal Shabaraka thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Allah Thun by Hashem Yahweh to the sisters. I'm Preacher Officer Karan Yala, the ISUBK, under Commander General Yohana. This is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class streaming on the Sacramento Israelites YouTube channel as well as Facebook page. So tonight we're going to get into the Lord, Christ, and the children of Israel all being niggas. You understand? And I'm using that word on purpose, right? Because, and when I say niggas, I'm not just talking about so-called blacks or so-called African Americans, so-called Haitians, you understand? So forth and so on. I'm talking about Puerto Ricans. I'm talking about Mexicans. I'm talking about Guatemalans, Cubans, you understand? Of course, of Indian descent, not East Indian descent, you understand, but so-called native Indian descent, you understand? And yeah, these people throughout the scriptures, you understand that the scriptures are written by, written for, and written about are all niggas, you understand? And the inspiration of this class tonight came from me watching scripture breakdown class yesterday with Officer 5000 Yediah, you understand, out there in Philadelphia. Big shout out to Officer 5000 Yediah. Taught an excellent class, you understand? And he said something in the class that was so heavy, and if you're a Christian, it will ruffle your feathers and make you feel uncomfortable, you understand? But us being men of the Lord, us being the children of Israel, us being in the truth, we understand practical knowledge in this book, hence the name of the school, you understand? The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Stuff that's just right there, you understand? Stuff that's you know, it's not really hard to understand, especially us being an oppressed people. It's not hard to understand that these people in this Bible are what you would call niggas today, you understand? And of course, like I said, I'm using that word on purpose because this class is to make a point, you understand? All throughout the scriptures, the Israelites, you understand, blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we have been oppressed by other nations, other societies. You understand? We have been the undesirables, and it's no different today. You understand? When you think of the word nigga, right, you think of, you know, the people that the world couldn't give a damn about. You understand? But contrary to the world's popular belief, these same niggas that we look at in the ghettos, you understand, on the reservations, you understand, in the barrios, right? These are the same people of the scriptures, you understand? And I'm gonna prove it tonight, right? Of course, with the scriptures, and then at the end of the class, Lord allow, I'm gonna give y'all some imagery on what people in the times of old, how they depicted the Israelites that's recorded in the scriptures, right? Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah mourneth. You understand? That word Judah or Yahweh in the Hebrew. Judah is one of the tribes of the nation of Israel, which happens to be the tribe that Jesus Christ comes from, or Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew, right? The scripture said Judah mourneth. You understand? Now, you see time and time again in America, right? The images of black people being in a mournful state of being, right? And it's because of the oppression. It's because of the slavery. It's because of the lack of compassion, right? It's because of us getting the short end of the stick right here in this country that we built up, you understand, for next to 400 years, you understand? But the scriptures say Judah mourneth, right? And we in mourning also because we keep getting mowed down by racist police officers. You just seen the sister Sonia Macy, right? Or Sonia Massey, excuse me. She just got unalived in her own home you understand, by a racist pig of a police officer just because he told her to go take the water off of the stove. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he shot her in the head. You understand? Unalived her in her house. Right? This is conditions that a people would be in mourning in. You understand? We get no justice for us being treated like dogs. Matter of fact, Salakia, you Caucasians treat y'all dogs better than y'all treat black people, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You understand? And it's not just Judah that's in mourning. It's the whole nation of Israel. Judah just being the chief tribe, right? Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish, right? A gate is a mechanism, right, to protect something or protect a house. You understand? In this case, the house of Israel. You understand? Our gates languish, meaning we don't have a gate or protection around us. A gate keeps something in, and Salakia keeps things out that's unwanted and protects what's inside of that gate. And our gates, they languish. You understand? We have no protection, right? They are black unto the ground. You understand? That word black in Hebrew is kadar. You understand? Which means to have dark skin. They are black unto the ground. You understand? And the cry of Jerusalem is going up. Of course, we in mourning. The cry of the nation of Israel is going up to the ears of the Most High. And the Most High is going to deal with these nations for us being trampled upon, for us being slaughtered. You understand? For us being unalived on a daily basis in this empire, for us not having any justice or nobody to actually give a damn about the children of Israel. You understand? Being mistreated in this country that belongs to our Native American brothers and sisters. You understand? That was built up by the tribes of Judah. You understand? The tribe of Issachar, so forth and so on. You understand? So, Laki, I'm gonna drop that. Let me go to Job 30 and 30. All throughout these scriptures, you read about an oppressed people, a peculiar people, a different type of people. You understand? There's nobody more oppressed and peculiar than the nation of Israel. All right? It's always been like this. Salakia, what I say? Job, this book of Job, chapter 30 and 30. My skin is black upon me. This is Job. He said his skin is black on him. You understand? This ain't no metaphor. Job is saying that I'm a black man, period. You understand? You got Christians that have come up with their own thesis, you understand, and own their own ideology of the actual meaning of these scriptures. But right here in the ISUBK, you understand, we learn up under men that dedicated their lives, you understand, to uncovering the mysteries of these Bibles. You understand? Salakia, the mystery of this Bible. You understand? Salakia. We get let's go to Deuteronomy. You understand, the 28th chapter, right? Because Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, is a dead giveaway. The whole chapter. It's a dead giveaway on who the nation of Israel is today. You understand? This is a chapter about prophecies on what's going to happen to the children of Israel if we obey the Lord, and what's going to happen to the children of Israel if we disobey the Lord. You understand? It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. That's blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You understand? Like, look at what's going on with our people in the cities, right? Look at Chicago. Look at Memphis. Look at New Orleans. Look at Jacksonville, Florida. You understand? Look at Philadelphia. Look at New York City, right? The Big Apple. You understand? Well, our people know it as the rotten apple, because you know what's going on in them boroughs. It's a lot of killing, drug. They just did a gang sweep You understand? On a famous drill rapper. I forget the brother's name. You understand? In the Bronx, out there in New York. They just did a gang sweep out there. You understand? And took a lot of them young brothers to jail because we cursed in the cities. You understand? It's not a blessing to live in the projects. You understand? Most brothers and sisters that grow up in New York, they live in projects, in tenements. You understand? Tightly knit quarters, you understand, to where they pile our people literally on top of each other. You understand? 6, 7 stories high in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Bullet-riddled communities, infested with drugs, crime, disease. You understand? Poor school systems. This is what it means to be cursed in the city. You understand? Police brutality. You understand? Racially profiling us. This is what it means to be cursed in a city. You understand? High gas and food prices, right? You look at what's going on in the Black community as a whole, it's the same story in every major city. You understand? You got gangs, you know what I'm saying? Crips, Bloods, GDs, Vice Lords, you understand? A lot of the 3-letter gangs that sprung out of Oakland, you understand, that came from Philadelphia. You understand? A lot of these gangs that's in Houston, right? This is what it means to be cursed in the city. You understand? And cursed shalt thou be in the field. It's not a blessing to have to pick cotton. It's not a blessing to have to grow the oppressor's oranges, all of his fruits and vegetables, you understand? And them make millions of dollars off of the tribe of Issachar growing their produce and selling it in these goddamn grocery stores. That's not a blessing for us to get paid pennies on the dollar. It's not a blessing for you to be in the field getting your back beat. You understand? It's not a blessing to work in the field for your oppressor in the extreme heat of the summertime, you understand, out here in California or down there in the South. You understand? That's not a blessing. It's a curse. You understand? It's not a blessing to tend to your oppressor's cattle in the field. You understand? While he feeds you scraps. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. You understand? Shalakia. Curse shall be the fruit of thy body, right? The fruit of your body is your children. Our children are cursed. Look at what's going on social media. You got all of these crimes being committed in these major cities. It's being committed by our children. You understand? They got the black man out of the household. You understand? In the late 60s or early 70s with the welfare programs. You understand? Now you got women raising up the ghetto. You understand? You got women raising up a rebellious, you understand, generation. You understand? And it's been going on since the 70s. They fed us these black exploitation films, kicked our fathers out the house, and it turned our children into monsters. Matter of fact, Salaki, let me pull that scripture real quick. I gotta paraphrase it. Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, KJV. Most High in Christ. 2 Ezra 5 and 8. It's the book of 2 Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion in many places. That's what's going on with the children of Israel in all of the many places that we live. We confused. We don't know right from wrong because of the Christian church. You understand? Our children keep getting slaughtered in the streets. We got babies dying, you understand, from straight bullets right in our neighborhoods, you understand? And we confused. We don't even understand why this type of stuff is happening. You understand? And the reason why is because the Christian church has not taught us that we're supposed to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of our God. You understand? Salakia. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mistress women shall bring forth monsters. That's what's going on in the ghetto. That's what's going on for the children of Israel as a whole. You understand? A mistress woman is like look at a woman on her menstrual cycle as far as the clean and unclean laws. A woman that's on her menstrual cycle, she is unclean. She can't come into the temple and attend a Sabbath service. She can't be present at Passover, you understand? She's unclean, you understand? Well, the Lord said an unclean woman, not her physically being unclean because of her being on her flower, but her being unclean with the type of mind frame that she has. You understand? This is a woman that eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You understand? This is a woman that's not submissive to her man. This is a woman that got 5, 6, 7 baby daddies, you understand? And looking for another one. This is a woman that's training her sons up to be goddamn monsters out here in the ghetto. You understand? That's what it means to be a mistress woman, an unclean woman, a sister that don't give a damn about the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's what's going on in our community. You understand? These is niggas. Period, point blank. You understand? Salakia. And mistress women shall bring forth monsters. That's the black community, right? This book is talking about the curses, you understand, that's going to befall the children of Israel when we don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And when you read all through the scriptures, you see exactly what happens, you understand, in the times of the scriptures being recorded on what happened to black people back in those times. You understand? Salakia. I'm going to drop that. Let's go back to Deuteronomy. You understand? Salakia. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. What am I going to read from? And verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. You understand? That's talking about adultery. That runs rampant in the black community. What Trey Songz called himself, Mr. Steal Your Girl. You understand? Also, this is talking about the slave master having his way with our sisters, you understand, unwillingly. You understand? Doing all types of vow SA acts to them. You understand? That's what happened to black people. You understand? Latinos, Native Americans, because they served out slavery too. You understand? Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. That happened in slavery. We built the White House. We built all these plantation houses, and we ain't living them. We was out there in the shed. You understand? In barnyards, like we was animals. You understand? And we planted they crops, they fruits and vegetables. That's what a vineyard is. A vineyard is a big lass of land where you a mass of land, excuse me, where you grow grapes at. You understand? We didn't reap the benefit of none of that stuff that we cultivated for the oppressor. You understand? And shall not gather the grapes thereof. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes. Man, look, right here on North American soil. You understand? The tribe of Gad, the so-called Native American Indians, the tribe of Reuben. You understand? The so-called Seminole Indians, right? These brothers wasn't eating rabbits. That's not what their diet consists of. You understand? When they first was over here, before they got introduced to what the oppressor introduced them to, there used to be ox roaming around. You understand? Hundreds of millions of them. You understand? That was their diet. They used to kill the buffaloes. You understand? That's what an ox is, essentially a buffalo. You understand? They used to kill the buffaloes, you understand, one at a time to feed their family, you understand, and use the whole damn animal. They had a use for every part of the animal. You understand? They didn't just kill these animals for sport until the oppressor came over here and he slain the buffalo, you understand, to the tune of hundreds of millions, you understand, and starved out the North American Indians as a tactic, you understand, of warfare. You understand? Deuteronomy 28 and 31 from the top. Thy ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and and thou shalt not eat thereof. You understand? They killed a whole lot of them. It's pictures. You understand? Matter of fact, Salakia, let me see if I can pull one up. Look. Okay, I just found one right here. Salakia, let me share my screen real quick so I can show you all this image. Right, this image that y'all looking at right here, Salakia. Oh, found this little small article of it. Is it true, Salakia? I went too far down. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. It says, is it true that in 1873, the American government killed 1.5 buffalo in that 1 year alone to starve the Native Americans so they would come, so they will become more dependent on the American government? Somebody wrote, yep. They essentially kept the herds from migrating out of Canada by allowing almost unrestricted hunting on U.S. government land. While biologists correctly describe the dire condition of the bison on public land as 21 individual animals, there were substantially larger herds on private lands, yet none anywhere near the millions that had roamed free. Would you look at that? Salaki, and that's what I don't know if y'all seen what I was reading. I was reading that from another source. You understand? That was attached to this image right here. You understand? But yes, the American government slaughtered. You understand the food. You understand of the good Lord, Salakia. That's a whole lot of dead buffaloes. You understand? That's how evil the oppressor is. You understand? To slaughter the Native American Indians' food supply in order to starve them out to make them more dependent on the American government. You understand? That's a curse. You understand? That's what happened to blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, right? Let me read some more of these curses, right? Salakia. The stranger that is within thee shall come up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Deuteronomy 28 and 43rd reads. The 43rd verse reads, excuse me. You understand? The stranger that lives in these same quarters as us, they came up very high and we down very low. You understand? It's not a coincidence why all blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians lived in the undesired parts of all of these cities. This is all by design. You understand? And it's prophesied in these scriptures that this will happen to the Lord's chosen people. You understand? This ain't talking about no Caucasians. Excuse me. This is talking about niggas. You understand? Salakia. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. When it says the man that's tender among us and very delicate, you understand? Our brothers, we used to handle each other as brothers. You understand? We used to revere each other. You understand? We used to find value in another black man, Latino and Native American Indian man. But the Lord said, from us not following the scriptures, from us not keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, our eye is going to be evil towards our brother. And you see it every day. You understand? You see all of these rappers get killed by who? They ops, which the real op is Esau. You understand? Moab, Ammon. You understand? Elam. You understand? Japheth. All of the rest of these other nations. Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, we are not ops with each other. You understand? We have been conditioned to believe that we ops towards each other because it's prophesied in the Bible that our eyes are going to be evil toward our brother. You understand? Salakia. Middle of verse 54. And toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. You understand? This is domestic violence talked about right here in the scriptures. Domestic violence run rampant in our community. You don't really hear about domestic violence in Caucasian communities, Asian communities. You understand? East Indian communities, Tongan and Samoan communities. Trust me, I live in Oakland, California. You understand? It's a whole lot of Tongans. You understand where we live at, right? And the Tongans and Samoans that we grew up with, their mamas and daddies is not out the window fighting, screaming at the top of their lungs, and the police coming over there, you understand, because of some domestic dispute. Nah, that's happening with niggas. You understand? The Lord's chosen people, that's happening with us. You understand? It says, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. The father is going to be at strife with his children. You understand? He's going to have an evil eye towards his brother, his wife, and his kids, which he shall leave. That's single parent households right there in the scriptures. You understand? Don't nobody grow up in single parent households like Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You talk to the majority of Black, Latino, and Native American men and women, ask them that they grow up in a 2-parent household, they're going to tell you, hell no. They're going to tell you, I grew up in a single parent household. Judah got it bad. My mama was a strong Black woman. When a nigga tell you his mama was a strong Black woman, that means his mama was a goddamn demon to his daddy. You understand? And who did she learn it from? She learned it from her mama. She learned it learned it from her mama, and then learned it from her mama, who got some goddamn welfare in the 70s that kicked your grandpa out of the damn house. You understand? Probably while he was on drugs, coming back from the Vietnam War. You understand? Because he's seeing so much goddamn evil, because the oppressor, you understand, made him enter himself into the draft. You understand? No longer than 6 months after his 18th birthday. You understand? The war kicked off and the nigga number got selected. You understand? He came back from the war all effed up, messed up on drugs. You understand? And all of this is designed to oppress niggas. Salakia. What's up, Lenny? You gotta get past me? Hurry up. Go ahead. Don't bump the table, please. Shalakia. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And thou shalt serve other gods, which thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. That's you niggas again. You understand? We've been scattered. We live everywhere. You got niggas in Jamaica. You got niggas in the Bahamas. You got niggas in Haiti. You got niggas in Barbados. You got niggas in Europe. You understand? You got niggas in Germany. You got niggas everywhere. And forgive me, I'm saying niggas on purpose. You understand? I'm gonna give you the etymology of the word nigga too. You understand? But you got niggas in Canada. What Jay-Z said, you got niggas in Paris. You understand? You got niggas, of course, in the United States, Cuba. You understand? The Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. You understand? Excuse me, Mexico, Guatemala. You understand? Peru, right? Venezuela. It's niggas everywhere. We've been scattered from one end of the earth to the other, and we serving other gods, even wood and stone. You know what that wood and stone God is? That wood God is that Christian cross at that church. You understand? Who white Jesus is hanging on. That's that wood God. You understand? Salakia. And to keep it even further, for all you potheads out there, what y'all like to smoke? Backwoods, that's your God. You understand? Also, that stone God. You understand? That Kaaba stone in Mecca, that which the name of that stone is Allah. You Nation of Islam niggas serve a stone God. You understand? You Sunni Muslim niggas serve a stone God. You understand? That's what's going on with niggas. Salakia. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more. You understand? Egypt is a Greek word, or a word that comes from the Greek word Egyptos, which means slavery or bondage. And the reason why they chose to name that land Matazorium, you understand, or Mizraim, because that was the original name of that land. The reason why they chose to name it Egypt or Egyptos is because Ptolemy, you understand, a Greek general under Alexander the Great, he assumed position in rulership over that region. You understand? And them looking at the hieroglyphs on the wall, you understand, understanding the history on why Egypt was so great back in the day, they understood it was only for one reason, because that was the land of slavery. That was the land that first had the children of Israel in servitude. So they called it Egypt, you understand, or Egyptos, which means slavery or bondage. The Lord is going to send us into slavery again with ships. Who the F did that happen to? That happened to niggas. You understand? Kunta Kinte, him, you understand that your name's Toby. Nigga, I'm Kunta Kinte. They beat his back. You understand? Of course, that's a fictional character. You understand? But a very true image of what actually happened to so-called African Americans. You understand? The Lord said He's gonna send us into bondage or slavery on ships. Quick question: how did black people get here? On boats. Contrary to your popular belief, Latinos went into slavery on ships before so-called African Americans and Haitians and Jamaicans went into slavery on boats. They came over here on boats first. And then you know what happened? The Spaniards came over here and took Taino Indians back to Spain on boats. You don't believe me? Look it up. You understand? Matter of fact, Salakia, I'll do you one better. I'll give you the history of it right now. Salakia. I'm gonna give it to you right now. Salakia. Most High in Christ for the Lord making everything so easy. And that's prophecy too. The earth is going to open up her mouth. You understand? I'm paraphrasing to give the history on what happened to the children of Israel. Salakia. Okay, let me get this. Says AD 1493, Spanish settlers enslaved the Taino of Hispaniola. Spain founds Santo Domingo, the first of many towns on the Caribbean island, Hispaniola, now the location of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Spanish colonists forced the native Taino people on pain of death to perform almost all labor on the island. Christopher Columbus, who needs to demonstrate the wealth of the New World after finding no gold, loads his ship with enslaved Taino people. During the next 4 decades, slavery contributes to the death of 7 million Taino. By 1535, the Taino culture of Hispaniola is gone. Come on, man. Y'all can see what website this is. Christopher Columbus did this. You understand? Evil goddamn devil. But you know what? He did it to niggas. Salakia. This happened to niggas. Where else we going with the scripts? Let's go to Acts 13:1 in the New Testament. It's the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger or Nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul. You understand? These brothers was in Antioch. You understand? They was in a church. It's basically a school. That's what the word church means in the New Testament. It was a school. You understand? But these prophets and teachers, you understand? Barnabas and Simeon, they was called Niger or Nigger. Now, you might think, oh, I'm stretching it, right? Oh, that don't mean that. I'm going to show you exactly what it means, right? I'm going to show you exactly what it means. What you doing, Lena? Let me share my screen. Salakia. Most High Christ. I'm getting good with this, y'all. Getting good with it. Okay. So, etymology of the word Niger. The modern spelling of the word Niger was first recorded in 1550 by Berber scholar Leo Africanus. This is where the name Africa comes from. You understand? Africanus, right? It may come from the Tarug phrase, I can't read that, Salakia, which means river or rivers. Linguistics generally agree that it is not derived, Salakia, from the Latin word Niger, which means black. And that's a damn lie. You understand? Salakia. They said it don't derive from that word. You understand? Now, etymology. Now look at this, right? And we're going to Wikipedia the word nigger, because nigger and nigga, Niger, Negro, however you want to put your spin on it. You understand? They all mean the same thing, and it means black, right? Etymology: Negro, Noir, Negre, and nigger ultimately derived from nigrum, the stem of the Latin niger, black. In its original English language usage, nigger, also spelled Niger, was a word for a dark-skinned individual. Now, it says it stems from the Latin Niger, right? Now, if you understand the history of the languages that the Bible was written in, you would understand and go back into the times where Alexander the Greek ruled, you understand? And he ushered in the Hellenistic period of the Israelites, you understand, which forced us to adhere to Greek customs and language. Greek, Latin, Greek, Italian, Spanish are just a few languages that come from a family of languages categorized as Latin languages. You understand? So the New Testament was written in Greek, you understand, which is a Latin language. You understand? And this word Niger, you understand, has the same meaning as Negro, Noir, Negre, and nigger, ultimately derived from nigrum, the stem of the Latin Niger, which means black. Now let's go to Wikipedia. Let's go to Wikipedia, right? Nigger, not to be confused with Negro, Niger, or nigger state for the colloquial slang term. See nigga. N-word redirects here. For other uses, see N-word, blah, blah, blah. In the English language, nigger is a racial slur directed at black people. Starting in the 1990s, references to nigger have been increasingly replaced with the euphemism, Salakia, the N-word, notably in cases where nigger is mentioned but not directly used. In an instance of linguistic reappropriation, the word nigger is also used casually and fraternally among African Americans, most commonly in the form of nigga, whose spelling reflects the phonology of African American English. Now watch this, because the Caucasian man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They like to tell you look, now watch this. It says, not to be confused with Negro, Niger, or nigger state, meaning it has a different meaning than these. Now watch this, because directly in the second paragraph of the meaning or the definition of this word on Wikipedia, it says this: the origin of the word lies within the Latin adjective Niger, which is right here in the scriptures, Acts 13:1. You understand? Meaning black. It was initially seen as a relatively neutral term, essentially synonymous with the English word Negro, Niger, nigga, nigger, negro, negro, Niger, however you want to pronounce it. It all means nigga. Same word. So it don't mean nigga. It all means black. Excuse me. You understand? So these brothers, Barnabas and Simeon, that was in the scriptures by name, they were called Niger. Now, if they was calling them Niger back in the times of the New Testament, fast forward that to America and us being enslaved here, you know what they would have been called here? nigga. Now, a lot of people like to say, well, they wasn't. I don't say nigga with the hard R. That shit don't even make sense. Because if you actually look at our oppressor down south, they didn't call us niggers. That's an up north term. The proper speaking Caucasian folk call us niggers. When we was on slave plantations, you know what they was calling us? Nigga. Country people don't use ERs. They don't use hard R's. Trust me. And I don't give a damn if you're a Caucasian or a black person, because you got to understand, black people from the South, we learned how to speak English from Caucasians. You understand? That word nigga was came out of your slave master's mouth exactly how I'm saying it right now in 2024. Nigga, get in this house, boy. You understand? They wasn't calling us niggers. Probably at first. You understand? Eventually, over time, because the oppressor is a goddamn dummy, you understand? He bastardized the English language so much. You understand? Over time, they at first they probably was calling us nigger, but over time, you understand? If you get slavery for about 150 years, you understand? These white folks is retarded. So eventually, they're going to start calling you nigger. You understand? Which means the same thing as nigger, or whatever. You understand? Like I just read an etymology of the word, Salakia. Jeremiah 15:5. Oh, Salakia. Let me go back to Deuteronomy. 28th chapter. Remember that word nigger or niger? Right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment. You understand? They shocked when they see a nigga. Oh, look at those niggas. You understand? They're astonished by us. They surprised. You understand? When they see what type of conditions that we live in. You understand? The type of conditions that we're able to withstand. You understand? When white people, not white people, when white racist police officers drive through our neighborhoods, you understand, and see us standing on the corner. You understand? They're astonished. You understand? It's shocking and intriguing that you could see niggas on the corner all goddamn day long. You understand? When they wouldn't be caught dead on the goddamn corner all day long. They're astonished by us. You understand? A proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. We shall become a proverb and a byword. You know what that byword is? Nigga. You understand? Spick, savage, right? Those are all bywords. You understand? Salakia. Let's get the definition for byword real quick. Salakia. Bear with me, Israel. This phone moving slow as hell. Says a proverbial saying, one that personifies a type. Let's look at that word byword. It's like a proverb definition. Proverb. The establishment, the existence, truth, or validity. proof, definition, and meaning. You understand, Salakia? But you get the point. You understand? We like to call us a proverb and a byword is to call us a nigga. You understand? Or a spick or a savage. You understand? They like these are words that they deem to be true about us. And yeah, it's true. We are black. You understand? So we niggas because according to Merriam-Webster dictionary and the etymology of the word Niger, you understand, it means black, and that we are Salakia. You understand? What else do I want? Let's get Solomon. Let's go to the book of Song of Solomon. You understand? Who is one of Jesus Christ's or Yahushua Mashiach's direct ancestors. You understand? Let's get that. All right. The book Song of Solomon, right? Chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black but comely. Solomon said he is black, you understand, and comely, meaning black and beautiful, or I'm dark-skinned and handsome. You understand? Solomon is a direct ancestor of Christ. You understand? He is the seed of David, as is the seed of Salakia. Solomon is the seed of David, as is Christ. You understand? Solomon, matter of fact, Christ was Solomon reincarnated, but that's a whole nother breakdown. You understand? We just going with milk scriptures today. You understand? I don't want to get too heavy on y'all. You understand? I'm gonna just give it to you plainly. You understand how the scriptures is putting it? You understand? But Solomon was the son of David. Christ was called the son of David. You understand? Because he came from the seed line, you understand, the bloodline of David. You understand? And Solomon, he's telling sisters, I'm black and beautiful, or I'm dark and handsome. You understand? Salakia. As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. You understand? Look at that word, Kedar or Kadar in the Hebrew. You understand? Meaning to have dark skin. I'm going to drop down to verse 10. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels. You understand? Solomon had gold teeth. You understand? Just like me. Solomon had gold teeth. That's black culture. You understand? That's stuff that niggas do. You understand? You can see some heathens. They might put some gold and some diamonds in their mouth. You understand? You got Paul Wall, you got Johnny Dang. You understand? But they don't do it as a whole. Brothers and sisters down there in New Orleans and Jacksonville, Florida. You understand? The South in general. These brothers got uncles. You understand? Grandfathers, great grandfathers that put gold and precious jewels on their teeth. You understand? Well, this is where it comes from, right here in the Bible. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels. You understand? These sisters are saying Solomon's cheeks are beautiful. You understand? With rows of jewels, meaning when he smiled and you see his cheeks, you understand? You see the rows of jewels in his mouth. He got gold teeth in his mouth. You understand? And precious diamonds. You understand? Or whatever kind of stones he wanted to put on his grill back in those times. You understand? Salakia. The rest of verse 10. Thy neck with chains of gold. Solomon had a neck full of gold on. You understand? Just like me right now. You understand? Just like when niggas get some money, you know when a nigga got some money. You understand? Nigga going to go get grill, and they're going to go put chains on his neck. I've been like this since I was a kid. You understand? I got pictures of me 14, 15 years old with gold and diamonds in my mouth with a chain on. Salaki, I've been like this. You understand? Juvenile, the hot boys. You understand? That's the era that I grew up in. You understand? This is what type of stuff that was going on in the black community back then. Nelly got a whole song about it called Grills. You understand? Like, this is black culture. This is what niggas do. You understand? Salakia. So, like, I'm gonna drop that Song of Solomon 5 and 11. The book Song of Solomon in chapter 5 and verse 11. His head as the most fine gold. So, like, his head is as the most fine gold. Solomon had a gold crown on his head. You can't tell me that this ain't some nigga shit right here. Excuse me. Solomon had a gold crown on his head. Him being a king, of course, he got fine gold around his head. You understand? And on his neck and on his teeth. The brother had earrings as well. You understand? Bracelets. He was walking around icy. You understand? Nigga Solomon was walking around looking like Gucci man. Salakia. You understand? Read on. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. Solomon had braids in his hair. He ain't say dreadlocks. That's East Indian culture. When, like all blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man, stop dreading your goddamn hair up. That's not our culture. That's East Indian culture. Smoking weed is not our culture. You understand that? That not only is dreadlocks East Indian culture, it comes from them stinking Hamites too. The what tribe is there again? The Cushites. Your Nipsey Hussles. You understand? What's that heathen woman name portraying to be a sister? The comedian broad. I can't think of her name right now. You understand? But you know, that's their culture, right? To have dreadlocks and smoke weed and be a Rastafarian. Nah, that ain't what we had. You understand? Our locks are braids. You understand? Our locks are plaits. You understand? We like to blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians as a whole and naturally, we are a clean people. You understand? We don't lock our hair up and knot it up to where, you understand, you got to go through a cleansing process. What they call it, I forget what they call it when they clean them nappy dreads. But I seen it today. You understand? When they wash their hair, that bowl, that sink bowl, looked like a whole goddamn bowl of mud. You understand? Nasty and disgusting, but that's not our culture. We are clean people. You understand? Like, you ever heard the saying, cleanliness is next to godliness? You understand? Well, we have laws in the scriptures against being unclean. You understand? That's state culture, right? Let's go to Judges 16 and 19. The book of Judges, chapter 16 and verse 19. And she made him sleep upon her knees, and she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. You understand? Solomon, this is talking about Solomon. He has 7 locks on his head. You understand? This brother has 7 braids in his hair. You understand? That's the culture of black people. You see Allen Iverson? This nigga wear locks. Those are braids. It ain't dreadlocks. You understand? That's our culture, right? Salakia. Matter of fact, let me get Daniel the 10th chapter. Let me show you Christ being a nigga in the script. Matter of fact, Salakia, I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's go to Exodus 2. What was that? I know I want to Exodus the 4th chapter. Exodus 2 and 19. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds and also drew water enough for us and watered the flock. These is a priest of Midian, you understand, his daughters. This is when Moses went on the run, you understand, he went to the land of Midian, right? And there he helped some Midianite women, you understand, feed their animals, you understand, and you know, get the shepherds up out of there, and he helped them give their animal water, excuse me, not feed them, you understand? So when they came back to their father asked them, like, how the hell did y'all do this so damn fast? And they like, man, this Egyptian dude helped us. You understand? Egyptians have never been white. You understand? Egyptians have never been Caucasian. the last emperor and all of this type of nonsense that they put in these movies as propaganda to show that Egyptians being white people. Well, those hieroglyphs in Egypt, you understand, depicting the slaves, the Israelite slaves, you understand, as well as the Egyptians. These was both a dark-skinned people. Moses, growing up in Egypt, you understand, in the house of Pharaoh, him being the adopted grandson of Pharaoh, he wore Egyptian clothing. You understand? He was able to dress in a royal apparel of an Egyptian. So when these women see Moses, they don't know where the hell he's from. You understand? He grew up in the land of Egypt. So he sounds like an Egyptian. He dresses like an Egyptian. You understand? They thought the nigga was an Egyptian. Excuse me. You understand? Salakia. Exodus 4 and 6. And Yahweh said furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put forth his hand into his bosom and went. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. This is the Lord showing Moses a miracle when he's telling him to go back and save the children of Israel. You understand? Moses put his hand in his shirt, then took it out, and his hand was leprous as snow. You understand that term leprous or leprosy meant white skin back in the day. It wasn't a skin disease. You understand? Well, Salakia, it was a disease, but it wasn't a disease with boils and all of this type of nonsense that they try to tell you today. Like leprosy is a curse and it's a disease in the scriptures. And I'm going to show you that with Moses' sister, excuse me. You understand? But this brother, he put his hand into his shirt, took it out. It was leprous. It was leprous as snow. It was white as snow. You understand? Reading on. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. This is a dark-skinned man. You understand? You can't get a white Moses, put his white hand into his shirt and bring it out and it's white. That ain't no goddamn miracle. You understand? This can only happen to a dark-skinned brother. You understand? Put his hand in the shirt, took it out, it's white. He put it back in the shirt, took it back out. It came as his other flesh, meaning the rest of the flesh on his body. This brother was a black man. You understand? That was the only way you can see that type of miracle. If Moses was dark-skinned, you understand? This ain't no white boy doing no miracle like this. Salakia. Let me see. Let me get Miriam. Which one was that? Was it Numbers? I believe so. Most High Christ. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 10. And the cloud departed from the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. The Lord cursed and plagued Miriam because she spoke against his chosen, you understand, which was Moses at that time. She like, look, bro, we Israelites too. Why the hell this nigga get the lead over the children of Israel? The Lord like, okay, you want to be a loudmouth broad, huh? I chose Moses. You understand it? This is my doing. All right, I got you. He turned Moses, he turned Moses' sister leprous. You understand? She was white as goddamn snow. You understand? You can't turn a white person white and it be a plague. You turn a white person white, he's still a white person. Salaki, these is niggas. Let's get Christ. Let's get Christ. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. Let's go ahead and get Christ. What did Christ look like? I know a lot of you Christians say, oh, Christ was a spirit and blah, 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 all of this nonsense. Christ was a person that walked on planet Earth. You understand? This is the book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ. You know what it means to reveal something or have a revelation? To show something. You understand? To reveal something is to bring to light. You understand? To give some clarity about. That's what it means to reveal something or have a revelation about something. You understand? I'm gonna drop that and go down to verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. You understand? Now, in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, right? These 7 candlesticks represent the 7 churches of Asia Minor, or the 7 schools of Asia Minor that Paul set up. You understand? And Christ was in the midst of these churches. You understand? Meaning, he was these were the schools that were teaching, you understand, exactly what Christ taught his disciples. You understand? He was in the midst of these churches, right? Just like when it says, excuse me, the Lord is in the midst of the children of Israel. Christ cared about these churches, you understand? And Christ's will was done in these churches. You understand? One like unto the Son of Man, right? Son of Man. I'm gonna get into that in a second, but Son of Man, keep that phrase in mind. You understand? Because that phrase is definitely a nigga term. You understand? I'm gonna break it down for you, right? Clothed with a garment down to the foot and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. So Christ, he can't be a goddamn spirit because the Lord called him Son of Man. You understand? He's the son of a man, right? And he had a garment all the way down to his foot and a golden war belt around his midsection. You understand? His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. Now let's stop there. His head and his hairs. It didn't say his skin or his face. It said his head and his hairs, his beard, his eyebrows, the hair on his head. It was white like wool. There's different colors of wool, different shades of wool. I've seen brown wool before. I've seen black wool before. I've seen white wool before. When it says white like wool, as white as snow, this is white in color, woolly in texture. You see that? That look like wool. You understand? That's the hair of a nigga. That's that good hair. You understand? That's that hair that's full of life. You understand? That hair that defies gravity. You understand? I take these braids out of my hair, nigga. My hair gonna stand straight the hell up. You understand? Because this is the hair of niggas. It's the hair of Christ, right? And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Christ loved to drink that wine, of course, in moderation, because Christ wasn't a drunkard. You understand? He was accused of being a wine bibber. That's the same thing as calling a nigga a drunk. Don't they always accuse black men of something that they did not do? You understand? You seen all of these brothers get exonerated after death. You understand? Emmett Till, so forth and so on. You understand? Get exonerated after death because they've been accused of something that they not. That's very much a nigga thing. All right. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. It said his feet was like fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace, right? You burn fine brass, man, look, you can burn a piece. You can burn this white cup right here in a furnace. It's going to turn black. You can burn a grain of white rice in a furnace. It's going to be black. Not only was Christ a black man, but he was a dark-skinned brother. And it says his voice as the sound of many waters. Now, if you're a Judite, you fully understand this. Imagine you just pissed your goddamn father off and he's calling you from another goddamn room. Alina, come here. Let me ask you a question. if I'm mad at you and I'm sitting in the living room and I call you from your room, what does my voice sound like?
Mad.
Is it like loud and scary?
No.
It's just mad, but is it loud? Is it very loud to where if I catch you off guard and I call your name while I'm mad, will it make you jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh? Thank you. Appreciate it, princess. That's what it means for Christ to have the voice as the sound of many waters. You understand? A river flowing, like you can go, like if you go to Niagara Falls, you understand, and you stand by the water dropping down, you understand, to the next body of water. It's very loud and it's a frightening sound. You understand? Christ talked sternly. You understand? Christ had a voice of authoritative voice. You understand? Just like any Judite father, you understand, in his household, when he demands something be done. This is how Christ talked. You understand? That's very much a nigga thing. Salakia. Now, Christians out there would believe, hey, or they would challenge me saying, well, it said nothing about color. You're just inserting stuff in the scriptures. Okay. Well, let's go to Daniel, the 10th chapter. All right. Let's go to Daniel, the 10th chapter and the 5th verse. The book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5. Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen. There go that long garment down to the foot, once again prophesied by Daniel in the Old Testament. You understand? And behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. Once again, that's that golden war belt that we read about, you understand, in Revelations, the 1st chapter. Daniel seen the same vision. For all you Christians out there that's saying the Old Testament is a contradiction to the New Testament, or the New Testament is saying something different than the Old Testament, well, I'm reading a direct precept, you understand, from the Old Testament that a brother seen in the New Testament, and he did not know Daniel. It was impossible for him to know Daniel. Daniel lived thousands of years before John the Revelator was even born. You understand? Salakia. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning. His body like the beryl, meaning beryl is a green color. You understand? This garment made his body appear to look like a green. It made his body look it made his body appear as green, because if I wear a green shirt and I'm looking at it and somebody's looking at me, I'm like, oh, bro, with the green shirt over there. You understand? This is what Christ had on. He had a long green garment down to his foot. You understand? And this is another Judite thing, right? Or another black or nigga thing. You understand? Christ is coming back to render judgment righteously on heathens and on Israelites who want to side with heathens. You understand? In the black community, if it's bad for you, you understand, in jails, in prison, you understand, in the black community, right? If somebody is to pronounce judgment on you to where you're going to be destroyed, a nigga say it's a green light on you. That's what Christ is wearing, a goddamn green garment, because it's a green light on all heathens. And of course, 2/3 of Israel, we pray that the Lord have mercy on them. You understand? And turn back how he felt about them. as he did in the time of Moses when he was going to cut down the whole nation and make Mosesites. Also, when he had compassion on the city of Nineveh, you understand, during the time of Jonah, you understand. But when Christ comes back, he got that green garment on and that gold war belt because it's a green light on the world at that time. You understand? Salakia. And his face as the appearance of lightning. You understand? When you see Christ, when he come back, you understand, to render judgment and wreak havoc on these heathens and anybody that don't want him to rule, it's going to be a scary look on his face. That's why I say it's the appearance of lightning. You don't look at lightning and or not scared of it, or look at lightning and think of ponies and cotton candy and all. No, when you see lightning in the sky and you hear that thunder, you shook up, you scared, you want to stay inside. You understand, to stay clear of that lightning. You understand? Salakia. And his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. It said his arms and his feet like in color. Meaning his arms and his feet, this vision that Daniel was seeing, he's seen his arms and his feet, and they had color of polished brass. When you see brass, you understand, or bronze, all of these are derivatives of brown. You understand? This is a dark-skinned brother, right? And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. You understand? When you hear Christ speak, it sounds like it's thousands of people because Christ speaks loud with authority. You understand? Now, Christ is the Son of the Lord, right? Let's see what the Bible says about God. Let's go to Daniel, the 7th chapter, and the 9th verse. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. So Daniel not only seen Christ, but he also seen the Most High God. You understand? Or Yahweh in the Hebrew, right? I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancients of days did sit. Now, who's older than days? Who created days? The Lord. You understand? The Most High God is ancient of days. He's older than days. He created days. Daniel beheld till the thrones were cast down. He's seen all of these nations and these kingdoms on planet Earth be destroyed. You understand? Get turned into powder. You understand? And when these thrones was cast down, he's seen the ancient of days. He's seen an image of the Most High, right? Salakia. Whose garment was as white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. He seen the Lord whose garment was white as snow, meaning he had a body. You understand? His hair like the pure wool. Didn't Christ have woolly hair? So shouldn't his Father in heaven have woolly hair? Aren't we created in the image of the Lord? Christ looked like God, essentially. So if God has the hair of a nigga, then Christ has the hair of a nigga. His throne was like the fiery flame. Now watch this. This is some nigga shit right here. Excuse my French. And his wheels as burning fire. Christ is sitting on a goddamn throne on big fiery wheels. You ever seen your favorite rapper post his new car that he just bought? What's on his car? Big ass rims. This is nigga culture. The Lord had big rims on his throne. You understand? You ever seen one of the Miami boys in them donks? You understand? Out here in Northern California where brother ride box Chevys on 4s and 6s. Yeah, the Lord is sitting in the fourth dimension, you understand, on 4s. You understand? Or 6s. You understand? Instead of 26 inches, 28 inches. You understand it? He probably sitting on 306 million miles. That's how big the lowered rims is. You understand? He's sitting on sixes, huh? 306 miles of rims. Salakia. You understand? Maybe more than that. You know, I'm just fantasizing, you understand? But the Lord had burning wheels on his throne. You understand? The Lord is sitting up there on rims. Salakia. That's nigga culture. A couple more scripts. The book of Leviticus, chapter 2 and verse 5. You know what else is nigga culture? Fried chicken. Oh, it's right here in the scriptures. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 2 and verse 5. And if thy oblation be a meat offering, baking in the pan, it shall be of fine flour, unleavened, mingled with oil. You understand? This is a meat offering, mingled with flour, fine flour, and oil in a pan. Nigga, this is fried chicken. Salaki, I'm gonna read some more. Thou shalt part it in pieces and pour oil thereon. It is a meat offering. This is butchery right here in the Bible. This a leg, a thigh, a wing. You understand? A breast. This is separating chicken, a whole chicken. You understand? Or a quail or a turtle dove. You understand? I believe a squab is lawful too. You understand? A pigeon. You understand? This is the separating of a small fowl. You understand? Not a bird of prey. You understand? Separated. Arm. I'm just like not arm. Wing, thigh, breast. You understand? Leg. Mingling it with fine flour. You understand? Putting it in a bag with the flour. And then putting it in oil in a pan. Reading on. Verse 7. And if thy oblation be a meat offering, baking in the frying pan, it shall be made of fine flour. This is niggas frying fried chicken. You understand? As an offering unto the Lord. Verse 13. Leviticus 2 and 13. And every oblation of thy meat offering shalt thou season with salt. Neither shalt thou lacken from thy meat, Salakia. Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. With all thine offerings thou shalt offer salt. The Lord wants his food seasoned. I just seen something funny today. It was a white dude. He was like, man, look, black people are asking all of these questions to white people. I got a question for black people. This Caucasian man said, what type of food do y'all have at y'all barbecues? I heard some good things about y'all barbecues. Can I get an invitation? You understand? I've heard y'all. I heard what y'all having at the barbecues. You understand? I heard y'all got seasoned. I ain't never had seasoning before. This is what this Caucasian man said. You understand? That's a very black man thing or a nigga thing to want seasoning. So like, let me read Leviticus 2 and 13 again. Salakia. Leviticus 2 and 13. And every oblation of thy meat offering shalt thou season with salt. Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering. With all thine offering thou shalt offer salt. The Lord just reiterated 3 times in that one scripture, nigga, season that goddamn meat. This is some nigga shit right here. Excuse my French. You understand? I'm gonna go ahead and end it off with a couple of pictures of these Russian icons that I found. The Russian icons, these pictures, these images that I'm about to share with y'all on the screen. These are pictures or images of the the Israelites, you understand, before the whitewashing of the original images of the people of the Bible. You understand? That image that you're looking at right there, that's Christ and his mother Mary. You understand? That's Christ and his mother Mary. That was a depiction of them before the whitewashing of the people of the Bible. Salakia. Let me pull one more script. Let's go to the Apocrypha, First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. Wherefore Salakia. Is this what I wanted? No, that's not what I wanted. Is it Second Maccabees 3 and 48? Give me a second, Baba Kasha. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, Salakia, I was reading the wrong script. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. This book of the law, this is that same book where you get the images of the children of Israel, where the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their own images. You understand? But originally, this is what the children of Israel were depicted as before the whitewashing of the scriptures. Salakia. I'm gonna just pull up a few brothers so y'all can see what they looked like originally. Now, this is what you're looking at right here. This was Salakia. This is King Solomon right here. You understand? To the far right. This is what his image looked like at first. You understand? Another Russian icon of Solomon, or Shalimah in the Hebrew. Big shout out to my brother Shalimah out there in Vegas. And he definitely embodies the same spirit of Solomon. Him being a saucy, snazzy young brother. You understand? He keeps some gold chains about his neck. Let's get Daniel. Salakia, let's go with David, Solomon's father. All right. There go David right there, y'all. Right here. Another image of David. You understand? David right there. Let's see. Another image of David. These is niggas. These ain't no Caucasians. You understand? Let's get Daniel. There go Daniel, y'all. Y'all see Daniel? It's a black man. These is black men. You understand? Oh, let's get Moses or Masha in the Hebrew. Daniel's name in the Hebrew is Danyala. Big shout out to Officer Danyala out there in Philly. You understand? One of the most excellent artists in Israel. There go Salakia, Moses. They call him Moses the Moor, which Moor just is a blanket term for black. You understand? Another image of Moses or Masha in the Hebrew. You understand? These don't look like no white boys to me, y'all. I don't know. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Who else I'm gonna look up? Let me see if they got one of Obadiah. They should. Uh-oh. They go Obadiah. Obadiah look like a nigga to me. That's a lot here. Like these images right here, don't be fooled by BS. You understand? Them ain't the original ones. You understand? You can tell by these ones. These are ancient ones. You understand? Images like this. These is niggas. Oh man, the blasphemy of the image that they just recreated. You understand? Of the Last Supper. Let me see if they got a Russian icon of the Last Supper. Come on, man. These is niggas. You see that? Them all niggas. Them look like your grandpas and uncles, Israel. Salakia. I wonder why it ain't letting me show the image bigger. Wonder why I can't see the image bigger. Let me see if this works. Uh-oh, they go bigger. Oh man, got small again. Them is niggas. Salakia. Look at that one. Ooh wee. That one's ancient right there. That one is ancient right there. These is Negroes, niggas. You understand? You know, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabaraka, thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thun Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Man, Shalom, Israel. Make sure y'all pay y'all tithes. You understand? Share this truth, man. Get this out. Show this to your mama, your grandma, your Christian pastor. You understand? Anybody that believe that us so-called black Israelites, them niggas is crazy, show them this class. This one in particular. You understand? So they can see the images of what the Israelites actually looked like before Leonardo da Vinci, you understand, and Michelangelo start whitewashing the images of the scriptures. You understand? With that being said, Israel, shalom.